Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Boleh dengar suara madam? Boleh dengar dengan jelas? Boleh dengar dengan jelas suara madam? Alright. Alhamdulillah. Thank you Siti Khairia. Okay, boleh? So, untuk kelas kita hari ini, boleh madam continue? Okay, bagus. So, untuk topik 2.3, kita akan discuss about device driver. Okay? Device driver. So, first of all, kita akan faham apa itu device driver dan kita akan faham device controller. Okay, boleh? Right, so for the device driver, boleh? Kita kena faham tu terus. Here, which is device driver. Here, device controller. Boleh? Alright. So, in order for us to understand about device drivers, first of all, we have to understand what is the device responsibility. Alright. So, pertama adalah device responsibility. Please refer to your nota. Okay, to understand about device driver responsibility, you kena baca nota juga. Alright, yang pertama you kena faham. Right, device driver ialah tugas dia lah untuk initialize the device. Alright, initialize all the device. Alright, all the device, all the input and output devices. Yang kedua adalah untuk interpret command, right, from OS to the device. For example, command to do the printing. So the device driver will receive the command to printing and then send the command to the hardware. Alright. So number 3, schedule multiple outstanding requests, read and also write requests from memory to I/O. Right. Next, manage data transfer. Data transfer between memory to I/O ataupun from I/O to memory or memory to I/O. Last, accept and process interrupt. Right, that is we call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 responsibility of device driver. Okay, boleh? Alright, pernah keluar dalam final, dia sudah explain apa itu responsibility for device driver. Dan selalunya markahnya dalam 6 or 8 mark. Right, so these are all the device driver responsibility. Initialize the device, right? Interpret the command from OS to the hardware. Okay. Number 3, manage data transfer, manage request, read and write request. Yang terakhir lah accept all the interrupt. Okay. Alright. So, where actually the device driver locate? Alright. Please refer the nota. Okay. Alright. Device driver actually is a software base. For example, alright. For example, we need a device driver. Okay. To use, in order to use a graphic driver. Alright, kita beli graphic driver and then kita nak tukar, mungkin kita nak tukar graphic driver, right, dekat komputer kita. So what we need to do, we buy a new card, new graphic card. At the same time, we have to download, alright, the new driver for that particular card or graphic card in order for us to use that particular card. So that is the device driver. It's a software base. Alright. So for the new computer, for the new devices today, for example, we look at on pen drive. Okay. We look at on the pen drive itself. Alright. Do we need a driver for pen drive? What is the answer? Perlu tak kita nak tak? Kita perlukan device driver tak untuk pen drive? No, right? Because some of the device, the driver already built in with the OS. with the Windows or Linux operating system. Alright, so we no need the driver for pen drive in order for us to use a pen drive. Okay, is that clear? Alright, so where actually the device driver is located, right? Let me show you, right? Okay, so we have, this is a 4-layer OS structure. Bawah sekali we have the hardware. Alright, on top of hardware we have the OS. Right, so this is OS layer, and we have on top of OS we have program, and then we have user interface, and then here we have user. Alright, so where is the device driver? Device driver located inside the operating system. Alright, this is device driver. Again, fungsi device driver tadi, as Madam explained tadi, initialize all the device. Contoh, we need graphic card. Here, hardware is graphic card. Alright, we need the device driver for this particular graphic card. Okay, we call as graphic driver. Right? So, in order for us to use a graphic card, we need the graphic driver. Okay, boleh? Okay, so the first device driver punya responsibility to initialize the graphic card in order for us to be able to use a graphic card. That's number one. Number two, the graphic driver also allow to interpret the command from OS to the particular card. Alright. Number three, manage data transfer. Alright, from the graphic card to the memory, or from memory to the graphic card. Alright, so other than that, graphic card also, the device driver manage the interrupt between the graphic card itself to the CPU. Alright, that is 5 responsibility. So where actually here the device driver locate inside the operating system. Alright, please refer to you punya note for the detail. Alright, so boleh? Now we look at on device controller. Where actually device controller locate? Madam tengah refer pada nota. Alright. So where actually the device controller? The device controller is here. Alright. So this is the device controller. Boleh nampak kat sini? This is the device controller. Device controller is located inside the hardware location. We have different devices have their own device controller. Alright, so we're actually here is inside the hardware. Alright, so device driver will communicate with device controller for every transaction. Alright, boleh? Alright, what is a device controller? Device controller is a hardware component that adapt and generic device, like for example SCSI device that can be operated with a particular computer. For example, kita biasanya groupkan lah, device controller is a grouping. For example, we use a port for USB port, so we have the device controller for USB, for SCSI and so on. Alright, so for device controller, this is very important thing that you have to remember. In device controller, we have total 3 registers. Alright, I will show you here. Alright, device controller, we have total 3 register. This question is very popular, being asked in final year. Alright, so we have here. Alright, for example, the device controller, kalau kita tengok page number, refer to the notes in Word document, page number 17. Alright, so we have a device driver. Device controller here, we have 3 register. One we call as, 3 register. Apa mana buat macam ni je. Alright, one register called as command register. Here, another register we call as status. And last, we call as data. This is we call as device controller register. Alright. So we have 3 register here, or their function, their specific responsibility for this specific controller. For example, command register. Right, we can look at on the nota. Device controller contain a command register, which command register ini akan use to kalau kat sini, which the device driver can write device command to start the operation. For example, again, we want to do the printing. Alright, so the device driver will send the command to command register. Alright, operation here to do the printing. Printing adalah apa dia? Write to read from memory, but write to I/O devices. Alright, that is a command contained in command register. Number 2, status register. Status register, each device has their own status. For example, status, it can be idle, busy, or being used. Alright, so this status register will indicate the status of that particular devices. Alright, status of that particular devices. Alright, so it will indicate, alright, the status of that particular devices. Either the device is it error, busy, or being used. Alright, last, which is data register. The device controller also typically contain one or more data register where data that is to be written to the device, alright, is either write to memory or write to I/O. So this is a temporary data register will be placed. Alright, data will be placed inside the temporary, or we call as buffer, before sent to the I/O devices or sent to the memory. That's what we call data register. Alright, so inside, inside the device driver, we also need to understand what we call as, alright, this is number 1. Number 2, DMA. DMA is not new. DMA is stand for direct memory access, which a device will be connected. The data transfer means by DMA. You have to remember. Nampak tak DMA? Alright, you have to remember what is DMA here. DMA means that transfer block of data, transfer a block of data from I/O to memory or from memory to I/O without CPU involvement. Okay, maksudnya kita nak data transfer from I/O to memory or from memory to I/O, alright, without CPU involvement, tanpa melibatkan CPU at all. So that is we call DMA. So what is the benefit of having DMA? First, saves CPU time, more CPU utilization. CPU can do other tasks rather than do the transfer punya task. Alright, that is DMA. Alright, so inside the device management also, device driver, you should understand about the device management. Alright, every operating system have dia punya own device management punya method. For example, in Windows, alright, in Windows we have device manager, which, alright, dia punya responsibility untuk keep track all the devices. Alright, maintain the information table. Alright, then maintain a device descriptor. This is page number 19. Alright, choose the most efficient way to transfer the data, to allocate all the devices, make the allocation, dan juga deallocate. Alright, so that is the responsibility for device management. Alright, in Windows again, we have specific device manager called we call as device manager, that's used to manage all the device inside Windows operating system. Alright. Okay. In device driver interface, alright, we have number 2, we have number 3. Okay, one here. Device management. Kita dah discuss. Number 4 adalah device we call as device driver interface. Okay, apa maksud device driver interface? Alright, the design are different from OS to another OS. Alright, so we cannot say that Windows same with the Linux. Even Linux pun, we have different kind of Linux version. We have Ubuntu, we have Fedora, we have Linux, Red Hat, Fedora, SUSE, Ubuntu, and so on. Alright, the implementation is different. Alright, so different between I/O devices. In terms of I/O devices is different, each other difference. Alright, pertama in terms of data rate is different. Alright, USB dia punya data rate different compared to SCSI for example. Alright, application used for different. Alright, so complexity of control also different. Alright, contoh we can see printer is much complex compared to a keyboard for example. Alright, so next, unit of transfer also different. For example, we need to transfer data, for example webcam, data transfer is different compared to pen drive transfer for example. Alright, so unit of transfer also different, data representation also different. Alright, different data encoding being used for different encode mechanism. Alright, error condition also different. So there is a difference between all the devices. Alright, so we cannot say that the management also same. Alright, so you can look at on page number 23. Sorry. Alright. Okay, device driver API. What is driver API? Alright, for example Windows, we have specific driver API used specifically for Windows. Alright, so for example, when a developer need to use a printer, so instead of understand about how to program the printer, so that developer can directly use a system call which is integrate atau interpret directly with the hardware. Alright, so it's much easier. Alright, so what is driver API? Provide a set of functions that a programmer can use to call and manage a device. Alright, open such as the command that have or operation that have, which is open or close, open to allocate a device and initialize the tables and the device for use, close, alright, release dynamic table. We have here read and write function to allow read operation or write operation from memory to I/O. Alright, a consistent way to do this operation across all the devices is not possible because again, alright, device is different from each other. Alright, character we have different, like we have character device, we have block device, transfer data rate also different. Alright, so IOCTL operation and so on. That is example of driver API. Okay, that's it. Before we close our class, you should understand also in this topic the difference between the what we call the term of kernel. Alright, what is a kernel? Kernel is an important part of computer. This is a page number 21. Okay, kernel is an important part of computer. Without kernel, computer will not operation. For example, alright, in Linux, kernel Linux, alright, is very important. It's like brain. It manage the hardware resources, alright, manage the schedule. There is some of the function or operation for kernel. Alright, so manage the virtual memory, all the resources, IPC, file system, alright, processes and so on. Alright, so there are there are 3 type of kernel. Alright, one is Solaris, yang kedua adalah BSD, yang ketiga adalah Linux. Solaris completely a modular kernel, which is can load every devices are they required. Discovery a new device automatically result in search and load of corresponding module. Maksudnya BSD, Solaris tadi, alright, Solaris kernel is different with BSD. Alright, bagaimana bila kita nak load the new devices, we now need to compile a new kernel. Alright, it will automatically load the driver and so on. Alright, it berbeza dengan BSD kernel, di mana BSD kernel, alright, we have to use the devices, it must be told during the compilation or the installation the driver. Alright, kita tak boleh connected, alright, BSD kernel with a new devices because it won't recognize that particular device. Alright, so that is the difference between BSD and Solaris. Why Linux kernel, which is a combination between Solaris and BSD. Alright, so that is a thing yang you have to understand. Okay, that's it from Madam. Alright, so that's it for device driver topic 2.3. So we'll meet again in topic seterusnya, which is topic, if I'm not mistaken, topic process management. Okay, ada question nanti Madam akan go through in WhatsApp group. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.